What do you think is the biggest mistake successful people make after they've already made money?
Um, there's this terrible thing called ego. And I think that successful people all of a sudden start to believe that they're important and successful, and they don't want to make mistakes, and they get scared to fail. So if you clutch and you're scared, I'm not scared to fail because I'm used to, failure's my friend. I fail and I fail small, but if I thought I was such a big shot and I would be embarrassed to fail, then I wouldn't do anything new. And I think that's the biggest problem I see with my very successful friends.
Is it failing or is it losing money?
I think publicly looking like that they failed at something. They might have tons of money, but if you have tons of money and everyone's laughing at you because you failed at something, some people have an ego problem.
I'm more curious about like what to optimize for next.
Well, Graham, do you have a spouse? Do you have kids?
Yeah, spouse.
Okay, so
Kids one day.
Okay, so is that spouse kicking you in the ass? And I need a house at the lake, and I need this, and I need that.
No.
Well, maybe that spouse needs to give you a little more of a
hope
kick in
not.
the ass.
That would really upset me though, because I don't like being pushed either.
Well, look, I think all of us, many of us, want to live better lives or give more money to our favorite charities or take care of our parents or take care of our siblings or whatever it is. And I think that's part of what drives some of us to create more value for ourselves and do more.
But that's also just not real, because at a certain point, you don't need to continue making money to actually take care of people. If anything, if you continue trying to make a ton of money and spending all of your time and energy on that, that must mean that energy is coming from something else, like spending time with people.
Have you been talking to my therapist? I don't know what's going on here. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm driven. I have plenty of money. I don't ever need to work again. And I like working. I like doing things. And I have people on my team that I'm looking to create value for. And that's important to me. And I'm just not ready to go hang out at the beach.
What's the harshest truth about money that you've learned over the past 25 years?
Money won't make you happy. Make you more comfortable, though.
And so you used to think that it would.
I don't know. I think I worked very hard to make money because good things would happen when you had money. Then you have a lot of money and you're like, that's not the good thing in your life. The good thing in your life is the relationships with your family and your spouse and your kids and what have you. The most important lesson is don't blow your relationship with your spouse or your kids while you're on this epic journey to create more money. That's a mistake. You'll be very unhappy if you make all the money and then you don't have the wife or kids at the end.
When do you think you learned that, and how often do you reflect on that now?
My father was wonderful and we had a great relationship, but he was a flawed guy sometimes. So I was able to learn from his mistakes so I didn't have to make his mistakes. So my father and my parents got divorced when I was young, and I got to live through that. And I'm like, oh, that's not such a good idea. So I was able to sort of learn without having to make the same mistakes.
What advice do you have for people in a marriage to keep the marriage happy?
It took me a long, long, long time to figure out the answer. I spent a lot of time arguing with my wife. My wife would say, go left, go right, go up, go down. And I'd say, well, why go left? The right, go right, and go down, go up. And by the way, she was usually right. So I just eventually said, okay. And we call that the power of yes. So sometimes the right answer is just yes. Okay, let's do it.
How do you know when to let her win? Like,
you're not married, obviously, right?
No.
No. So you'll know you'll marry, you'll find the right person or whatever. And the right answer is always yes.
No, when you say the right answer is always yes, what are we talking? Are we talking like anything? Are we talking like, hey, what's for dinner? Where do you want to go? And just like, you just say yes to what? Like what?
My guess is you were a very thoughtful guy and you married someone who's very thoughtful and appropriate and logical and whatever. And I'm sure there's not a whole lot of conversations where that person is asking you to do unreasonable things. And it's not worth it. Yes, dear. Just, that's it. Yes, dear.
What about the idea of like, you give them an inch, they take a mile. Is that a thing?
Not if you married the right person.
I'm still trying to figure out what the yes, dear is. Is it like, hey, don't go into work this weekend? because you got to be doing this instead, and it's like, yes, dear? Or is it like a, hey, this deal that you brought, I don't have a good feeling about it. Don't do that.
Life got much easier when I learned the word yes instead of the word no. I'm not allowed to use the word no at home. It's a very painful situation.
So if she comes to you and says, hey, we got to redo this whole closet.
I literally was. I was going to say, for example,
that's a great
the closet.
That's a great example. I have a very good. You want to hear what you say? Yes.
What if you don't want to redo the closet?
Oh, that's really good. Know what you do then? Yes, you suck it up.
Okay, here's another example. Let's say you redid the closet a year ago, but she wants you to redo it again.
Is your wife irrational and difficult? No.
I don't think, no.
No, so she's not going to tell you to redo the closet unless you f***ed it up dramatically or whatever it was. So it took me a long time. By the way, I'm much older than you. It took me like 25 years to have this epiphany, and the epiphany was it wasn't worth it. So you want to know why I'm still working so hard? I'd rather go make more money than worry about whatever money is getting spent on the other side of the
What made it not worth it?
Because if I say no, then there's a discussion and an argument and why, it just wasn't worth it. It was easier to let her go do whatever it is she wants.
How important, though, are those disagreements and discussions to like set certain boundaries in a relationship? Or is it just like, if it's so menial,
you guys are so young, it doesn't matter. And by the way, I'm only yes 99.9% of the time. Every 1 out of 100, I lose my mind and I say no.
When's the last time you've said no?
I still can't control myself. Sometimes I say no, and then I say, oh, okay, yes, I don't care. Do whatever you want.
So it wasn't really a no.
My wife is usually right. So whatever she says is usually just fine. And that's the way. And I've been married for over 30 years.
And that's the secret.
That is, yes, is the secret. By the way, we talk, yes is a secret for a lot of things. Sometimes we're negotiating on a deal and everybody wants a little more and the cap rate is 5 point this, whatever. Sometimes yes is the right answer. We call it the power of yes.
And just agree to it if it's small enough where it's not going to make that big of a difference.
Yes.
And really quick, I gotta say, something that Jack and I have been trying to do a lot more lately is just to remove the annoyances that quietly waste time and energy, because those things add up fast. The thing is, we're always on the go, we're always trying to get to the next thing, so having a cleaner setup and a little more control in your day really goes a long way, and that is exactly why we absolutely love MagBack. The MagBack Elite case is so much more than just a case. It has the finger loop for a secure grip, side grips that feel great, a pinky pillow for comfort, and a built-in kickstand when you need it.
That is all built to make everyday use way better. And it also just comes with a screen protector, so that's one less thing that you have to worry about.
Then they also have their MagBack 3-in-1 home multi-charger that keeps everything clean and ready to go. You drop your phone, AirPods, and Apple Watch on it at night, and by morning, everything is charged in one place. What I really like about this is that it's not just like a mess of wires that looks awful. I don't have to try to plug and play and which one does what. It's all in one place, and it looks incredibly clean, and it just makes it easy.
I kid you not, Graham and I are genuinely huge fans of MagBack. I use their wallet, I use their phone case, and also on the side of my Tesla screen, I put my phone up there. It is so helpful. Check it out with this footage. I can guarantee if you're on Apple or Android, they have something for you. So if you want to make your setup cleaner and way more efficient, definitely check them out with the link down below, and don't forget to use our code, which is also down below.